Hello guys, welcome again to Top Educational Consult. My name remains Timothy. Just like I've started with my last video, I've been able to explain the most repeated topics to you on Jamb biology. So today I will go with the most repeated topics on Jamb mathematics. So permit me to rush because I don't want this video to stay too long so that you won't get bored. So the most repeated topics, the first topic I have here is numbers. So on numbers, you are expected to know about number bases and their conversions from one base to another. You have to know about fractions, percentage, some approximations for decimal places, for signal figure, and you have to know about log too, how to find logarithm, then how to find question. You should be able to solve questions on sorts and indices, and lastly set. Know about set too, the types and some questions on that. Then another topic is approximation. On approximation, okay, I think I've discussed that in the last video. On approximation, know about how to approximate from one term to another. Then another topic is equations. On equations, know how to solve questions on simultaneous equations, linear equations, and some quadratic equations. So now I have to solve questions on them. Then another topic that I have here is polynomials. On polynomials, there are questions, there are topics like variation, the types of variation, and be able to solve questions on each type. Then perfect square, then solve questions on binary operations. For binary operations, no associative law, no distributive law, and other laws. Then try to know how to find subject of formula. That's on that. Another topic is geometry. On geometry, I grouped geometry into three parts. I have Euclidean geometry, which most times I do call circle geometry. So you have to know how to find angles, how to find lines, and some circle theorems. You have to know, there are many, so we have to know them. Then on plane geometry, you have to know how to find areas, volume, and of many shapes, areas of triangle and other shapes too. You have to know that. Then on coordinate geometry, try to know how to find gradient, midpoint, distance, and some other things on coordinate geometry. Now another topic is indices. On indices, try to know indices, log, and sort. Those topics, they are together. Know them very well. Another topic is matrices. On matrices, just know the types of matrices. Find how to find determinants, addition of matrices, multiplication of matrices, then other things on matrices too. Just know that. Matrices in O level is restricted. If it is further mathematics now, they can be asking you on some advanced how to use Cramer's rule and all of that. But now you won't be asked. Then another topic is word problem. Know how to solve questions on word problem using words. Also, you can be tested on simple or interest. So we have two types: simple interest, compound interest. Know how to solve questions and their formulas. Then you can also be tested on calculus. You have to know the types: differentiation, integration. Then you can be tested on calculus, on the algebraic and simple trig functions of calculus. Then the application of calculus, the rate of change, that's on calculus. So you can be tested on that. And for integration, you can be tested on simple and algebraic functions of integration, and for application of integration, you can be tested on the area under the curve. Then another topic is series and sequence. On series and sequence, you can be tested on AP and GP. For the AP, the works for the common difference, the first term, the sum, and for the GP, geometric progression, you can be asked on the common ratio, the first term, the nth term, the sum, and you can also be asked the sum to infinity too. Then another topic is trigonometry. On trigonometry, you'll be asked on bearing, elevation and depression, and some factors, trigonometric factors like sine, cosine, and tangent. Then on another topic is statistics. On statistics, you'll be asked on how to represent data like pie chart, bar chart, frequency polygon, probability frequency, all of that. Then the types like measure of central tendency or collocations, and you'll be asked on mean, how to find mean, and some types of mean, then how to find mode and median for both grouped and ungrouped data. Then you'll also be asked on measure of dispersion on parts like range, mean deviation, standard deviation, and variance for both grouped and ungrouped data. So know how to solve questions on that. So also on statistics, you can also be asked on permutation and combination. Know how to solve questions. Whenever you hear arrangement, in how many ways can something be arranged? That's permutation. But in how many ways can you select from a committee of 5 people or something like that? That's combination. So know how to solve questions. And lastly, know how to solve questions on probability. Know how to solve questions on probability. Very important. So I believe I've been able to run you through most repeated topics in Jamb mathematics. Know all of these topics. They are very, very important. Know all of these topics and get recommended textbooks for them to study more on them. Then prepare very hard. I've been able to share most repeated topics. Please like this video, share with your friends, subscribe, and more importantly, comment. I need your comments. I need your comments. Thank you very much. See you in the next video. Bye.